We've all been there, that gut-wrenching, can't eat, can't sleep feeling of a breakup. The world feels like it's lost its color, and there's a hollowness in your chest, like a piece of you has been physically carved out. You tell yourself it's just emotions, that you just need to get over it. Your friends and family say it too. Society tells you to pick yourself up and move on because, after all, it's all in your head. But what if I told you that the pain you're feeling isn't just in your head? What if science has revealed that your brain responds to a major heartbreak in a shockingly similar way to how it responds to a physical injury, like a broken bone? Understanding this one thing will change how you see breakups forever. For centuries, we've treated a broken heart as a poetic metaphor, a problem of the mind. If you break your leg, you get a cast and crutches. Everyone understands that physical wounds need time and care to heal. But when the wound is emotional, the advice is frustratingly vague. Just give it time. Stop thinking about them. Get back out there. This well-intentioned advice is based on a massive misunderstanding of what's actually happening inside your body. It pushes the myth that emotional pain is somehow less real or less debilitating than physical pain. We're taught to feel ashamed of our inability to just will ourselves better. We think we're weak for feeling such profound physical-like agony over a person. But the ache in your chest, the exhaustion, the literal feeling of being sick to your stomach, that's not your imagination. That's not you being overly dramatic. That is a real, physiological response to a traumatic event. And now, science can prove it. We've been treating a critical injury with little more than, and it's time to understand what's really going on. So, what's the one thing you never knew? Imagine your brain lighting up the same way it does when you touch a hot stove. But instead of a burn, the trigger is just a memory or a picture of your ex. That's exactly what's going on. In groundbreaking studies, researchers used fMRI scans to look inside the brains of people who had recently gone through an unwanted breakup. The experiment was simple. In the scanner, participants were shown a photo of their ex-partner. Then, in a separate trial, a device on their arm delivered a dose of physical pain, like the feeling of spilling hot coffee. The results were astonishing. When the participants felt physical pain, specific brain regions lit up, as expected. But when they relived the emotional pain of rejection, many of the exact same brain regions became active. Specifically, areas known for processing the raw, sensory experience of physical pain flashed to life. This wasn't a metaphor. The phrase, "rejection hurts," was shown to be a literal, neurological fact. Your brain doesn't neatly separate the pain of a crushed heart from the pain of a crushed bone. To your brain's alarm system, pain is pain. This likely has deep evolutionary roots. For our ancient ancestors, being part of a social group was essential for survival. Rejection from the tribe was, effectively, a death sentence. Your brain, therefore, evolved to treat social threats with the same life or death urgency as physical threats. That panic and devastation you feel from a breakup is your ancient survival wiring, screaming that something is terribly wrong. But the story doesn't end with pain. It gets even more complicated, which explains the maddening nature of heartbreak. It's not just that your brain is registering pain, it's also going through a powerful state of withdrawal. Because here's the kicker. From a neurological perspective, romantic love can function just like an addiction. When you fall in love, your brain's reward system is flooded with a powerful chemical called dopamine. It's the same chemical released by addictive substances. This dopamine rush is what makes you feel euphoric, focused, and intensely motivated to be with your partner. They become the source of your neurochemical high. When a breakup happens, that source is abruptly cut off. But your brain doesn't adapt right away. It's still craving another hit. Studies show that when heartbroken people look at pictures of their ex, key hubs in the brain's reward and addiction system light up intensely. This is the biological basis for the obsessive thoughts, the constant checking of their social media, rereading old texts, the overwhelming urge to call them. That's not weakness. It's your brain in the grips of a powerful craving, desperately trying to get its fix. You are, in a very real sense, an addict in withdrawal. Understanding this is incredibly liberating. It reframes your struggle from a personal failing to a predictable, biological process. So far, we've focused on the brain, but these powerful processes aren't contained in your skull. Your entire body is pulled into this crisis, which is why heartbreak can make you feel physically sick. Did you know your heart rate and blood pressure can change just by remembering your breakup? The stress of it all can disrupt your nervous system, leading to very real nausea and digestive issues. In the most extreme cases, the emotional stress from the loss of a loved one can lead to a condition called Takotsubo cardiomyopathy, also known as broken heart syndrome. In this condition, a surge of stress hormones can physically stun the heart muscle, causing it to change shape and fail to pump blood effectively. While it's often temporary, it's a stark reminder that the connection between our emotions and physical health is incredibly direct, and it can be serious. New research shows that while the condition is more common in women, men who experience it are twice as likely to die from it. It's the ultimate proof that you can, indeed, die of a broken heart. I know this all sounds incredibly bleak. Your brain is processing pain, it's craving a drug that's gone, and your body is in revolt. It can feel like you're powerless. But here is the most important part. Understanding this science is not a reason to despair, it is your roadmap to healing. So, can heartbreak actually make you stronger? Yes, but it happens by using this knowledge to take deliberate action. First, treat the injury like an injury. Now that you know your brain is processing a real wound, give yourself the same compassion you would if you had a broken leg. You wouldn't force yourself to run a marathon on a fracture, so don't force yourself to be fine. Your heart needs rest, it needs gentle care, it needs time. You are not failing if you're still hurting weeks or months later. You are healing. Second, treat the addiction like an addiction. The best advice for addiction recovery is to cut off the supply. This is why the no contact rule is so effective. Every time you check their social media or call them, you're giving your brain a small hit, which resets the withdrawal process and makes it harder to move on. Deleting their number isn't immature. It's a necessary step to let your brain's reward pathways recalibrate. Third, build new sources of dopamine. Your brain is craving reward, so give it healthy new ones. This is the perfect time to throw yourself into a new hobby, start an exercise routine, or tackle a project you've put off. Each time you learn a new skill, achieve a small goal, or move your body, you're recreating new neural pathways and giving your brain the positive chemical reinforcement it needs to move forward. This isn't just a distraction, it's active neurochemical healing. The one thing to take away from all of this is simple. A breakup is not just in your head. It's a profound psychological, neurological, and physiological event. Your brain processes the pain of rejection in many of the same regions as physical injury. It craves your ex with the same intensity as an addiction. And your entire body bears the stress of that trauma. Your pain is real, it is valid, it is written into your biology, but it is not permanent. By understanding what's happening inside you, you can stop blaming yourself for hurting and start taking active steps to heal. The pain you feel is a testament to your capacity to love deeply, and the brain that feels this pain so acutely is the same brain that has an incredible capacity for healing, growth, and rewiring itself for a new, brighter future. You are not broken, you are human, and you are in the process of becoming whole again. If this explanation gave you an aha moment, let me know in the comments. What was the one thing you never knew about breakups? And for more content that decodes the science of your life, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. You're not alone in this, and knowledge is the first step to feeling whole again.